Hello, I set myself an ambitious goal to not just wait on my rank in limited, but actually try to improve it. If I waited, I think I could safely stay in top 1200, but unfortunately my ambitious goal backfired. I had two pretty bad drafts, 0-3 and 2-3, and that's how my rank was affected before the first of these drafts. So these were my only two drafts on Mythic so far. Before the first I was on 177th place, and just after reaching Mythic I was 11 places higher, but fell down almost a full day after reaching Mythic. But this was a slow pace of falling down, so I think I could stay, but after some losses I'm here. But still I think these quick drafts M21 were going pretty well for me so far, so I can try to make them work. So I'll start with Gormand. Gormand is pretty good. This is too slow overall, I suppose, for this fast format. This is pretty good if you can get some multiples. And among commons I like Thalit and Pride Malkin, but Gormand is pretty expensive for this set as well, but you can get some black deck that can survive, and this is pretty powerful if you're able to cast it. So I'm gonna start with it. Maybe I will not play it, but it's a card that makes a difference, and commons. Some of the commons are pretty good. These two mostly, and this uncommon is also pretty good. This is quite good as well, but it's quite too slow overall. But I think I can try to make it work, but we will see. Maybe I will something else. Maybe I could be in Golgari here because Visionary is very good. Swift response is quite appealing, but maybe I can get better removal in black, so I'll go with Visionary here. Or maybe in Selesnya or Orzhov, because each striker is not a card I pass. It's really powerful. Maybe this will come back, but that's pretty optimistic, I suppose. Even Battalion could be good. But here I'm just happy taking each striker. Bit of resistance, I suppose. Pride Malkin is a very good combo with Siege Striker because these counters and making them tramplers are pretty good. Maybe I'll take Pride Malkin. What is more likely to come back? I'm not sure here. So I could be a Zitch Striker deck without green as well, so maybe it's better to take Feat of Resistance. I think Zitch Striker is the most appealing of my cards, so I'm gonna use it as a tiebreaker, and I will stay in white. This is a pretty good card in white. Not sure, because maybe Pride Malkin should be a higher pick, and the Rayon of Revelation is also pretty good, but yeah, I think it would be the best fit to my green or black card, because it could be a good card in Dimir Control or Dimir Reanimator, and Gormand is a good card in this archetype, or a card in Simic that gets bonuses for drawing a lot of cards, so Visionary fits the theme as well. And this Rain of Revelation is pretty good, but I would take a card from the fourth color, and still I prefer to be a fast deck, not a slow deck, so Feat of Resistance fits this first roll better, and Bright Malkin is pretty appealing. I'll go with Feat of Resistance here. This is good. Secure the Scene is a mediocre removal, but I struggle with getting enough removal from time to time, so I could secure it, but I think this is too good to just take mediocre common over it, even if it is a removal spell. Maybe I'll be Orzhov after all. I could try to get into Selesnya, ditch these black cards, and take Truffle Snout, but I think Alpine Watchdog is pretty good here, so I don't have to speculate on if I want green or black to be my second color. I think I can go deep into white since I have Siege Striker and a bit of resistance. So maybe Truffle Snout is overall a little better, but this could be good in Orzhov. I don't know, maybe let's try this Truffle Snout. I can get enough 2-drops and Alpine Watchdog isn't that important, so let's see, maybe I will get into Selesnya counters or something like this. Here we have some unappealing cards. This is also some last resort removal, but I'll try to do better. This has the most potential. It's not a bad card, although it's quite slow. And if you don't get these tokens, it can be pretty bad, but the upside is real as well. If you get these tokens, it's pretty good then. So am I more a black deck or a green deck? Because I have some mediocre 2-drops in both colors, I think I'll go with the green one for now. More cards in green, but maybe black are a little more powerful. But this is also a 2-drop, I think that is better than this black card. It's less aggressive, but I think better overall. This is a quite good common, but I'm not in red in any way, so I suppose I prefer to take cards of my colors. So another shot at Watchdog, but this is I think I can get there, support it well enough to, so I will take this replicator here. This is similar, but worse. If it doesn't need support, but if it can get its support, it's better to get 2/4 than 3/3 and 2/2 even with vigilance. That isn't bad in white aggressive decks, but white is running dry for me. That's quite bad. Alpine Watchdog are still going. I didn't take them. I could speculate on black here. This can be good in some Orzhov decks. Maybe I'll get to Orzhov. It's worse in Golgari, I suppose. But I'm not that high on these white cards anyway, so maybe let's take this black one. This can be good enough in a deck with Swindler and maybe some life gain. Or even with Truffle Snout, I can resign from one counter, gain some life and get a good tempo play with this. So it makes sense. I don't like both these cards. So I suppose I like this better. So the opponents are playing this mat, and it is pretty annoying, and I can't get myself to play this in best of one anyway, so maybe it's weird, but that's just how it is. let's see what the second booster will bring, because I'm not sure what am I doing here. I think removal sells black to me to some degree. This is not bad maybe, but it needs a lot of support before becoming appealing. This isn't bad as well. Pride Malkin is another good card to pick, but maybe that ship has sailed. I'm not sure if I'll be a Golgari or Orzhov, but I think black is appealing to me. With Grasp of Darkness, I want to be in black now. So if I would try to get into Selesnya counters after all, this is appealing reason. I passed Pride Malkin, but for Feet of Resistance, so it still fits. The theme, Truffle Snout, is here. Maybe Acolyte could come back. That's optimistic, but maybe Acolyte or Pride Malkin or at least Truffle Snout could come back. So maybe that's less optimistic. So I'm not sure. Maybe trying to push Selesnya after all, and this Grasp of Darkness and some other good black cards that I have. I can ditch them and hope for a removal in Selesnya, but that can be tougher. But still, this is very appealing. I think I'll take it just for speculation. I'll resign from good commons here, and even this is also appealing, but this is just brutal if I can get this deck going. So let's try. I will need some removal. So I could pick this black card and resign from this mentor plan, or I could push it with Battalion and try to get there. I think I'll try to get there. I will just force it a bit and see what happens, because Ghoul is pretty good, but it's not that much better than Battalion. So let's try to get a synergistic deck, but it seems that it will come at the cost of removal, but it's only one removal spell, so still I think I can try to support it. And with all these counters that can come, Pteranodon can be very good. But I need some cards that put counters on other stuff. Truffle Snout doesn't do that. This does, but it's better as a protection spell, not just some enabler for Pteranodon. But still, Pteranodon is just pretty good, so maybe I'll pick more support later. Here I take just the best card, so it is pretty nice. And this is a good support to Pteranodon if I have Pteranodon, and maybe get more copies. And Siege Striker, this is an appealing card. This is also good, but I'll try to be in Selesnya. So let's go with this. This is underwhelming, so I don't know, Revitalize or this. I don't want to play any of these cards. Revitalize makes more sense. Maybe I will get some life in payoffs, but oh, another Siege Striker, so I'm rewarded for pushing white, but I could get some removal. So what comes back here? Some good cards were in this booster. or the next. I picked Grasp of Darkness here, so I think I wait for cards from the next booster. I think I have two undrops now, so I prefer to take this last resort to the removal. I should have at least some removal, so Siren Dart is unappealing but still serviceable in this slot. Okay, so Truffles now came back. It's still nice enough. Okay, Primal Might is a removal I don't deserve, I suppose. Here, some counters cards can come back, or at least Selfless Savior. So here we have something to wait for, but Primal Might is a really nice addition here. That's great. Tempered Veteran. Now I'm getting good stuff. This is also good, but I think my deck will be cheap, so it's kind of weird, and maybe one copy will be enough. Although Replicator likes multiples, but I can also cut Replicator, and this is just on spot here. I really want this card. Feat of Resistance. So how do I stay with 2 drops? Veteran, 2, 3, 4. I don't want to play Prismite. So not enough, and a lot of them don't like attacking, like this Snare Spinner and Veteran. So these are quite weird 2 drops. Watchdog could be good in my deck, but also I think this is a better card. It makes a lot of sense in some decks, although Feat of Resistance is probably better and performs a similar role. I'm not sure. Or maybe just this. I don't have any 4 drops in my colors, and this is quite good. So maybe a flyer, maybe I can get enough 2 drops anyway. Let's try this approach. Another Veteran, that's brutal, although Pride Malkin is also very appealing, but Veteran is better, should be better in my deck. Now Watchdog, Sky Scanner, 1, 2, 5. Some 3 drops I have now. No, Sky Scanner is just worse Llanowar Visionary, I suppose. So Watchdog seems more appealing. Third Siege Striker, that's weird. I'm getting the good stuff now. This is some 1 drop, but it's not very appealing. Citizen Training is quite appealing, maybe more appealing than Watchdog, but I don't know about this second copy. Now I have quite a lot of creature 2 drops. 1 Watchdog, 3 here, 4, 5, 6. So maybe this Pteranodon still needs more support. I'll take training. So here I don't want to play anything, I'll probably cut the up, but let's take it. I could see myself playing one copy, although would prefer to cut it. So I don't want to play anything here, so I'll take uncommon. And watchdog came anyway, so let's take this. I don't have 5 troops besides replicator, but I probably don't want to play it. Okay, thanks for watching. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and watch my deck building video and my games. The whole playlist is linked in the description. See you.